What up, dude? What up, what up, what up? How you doing, brother? Yeah, no trades for me either today. All right. All right, I'm gonna start, even though I came like half an hour late. So let's start off with the monthly. Right now, our monthly is retracing. We have no top wick on our monthly candle right here. So with barely a top wick on the monthly candle, we're starting to. We drove down this entire month. We're about halfway through the month now. We broke previous monthly lows and price is starting to have a pullback now. So is this a monthly support that we're forming here? Is this some type of monthly support? So that's something that I'm going to be looking at. Now when we come down to the monthly, we know we're on a bullish trend. This is the first indication of a bearish monthly. The majority of this month has been pulling back, so this could be the highs of the market and for now. So let's see what this pullback is looking like. So on this weekly pullback, we've closed below the most recent range. The most recent area of support here, we've closed below on our weekly candle. And we're actually pulling back for a top wick on this weekly candle after closing below. So we could be continuing to the downside in the following weeks, even this week as well. We could be bullish depending on how this structure forms. I mean, our weekly has no bottom wick. So I would like another a wick test of this bottom before a continuation to the upside. You know what I mean? I would like for us to come down at least halfway through to form a bottom wick and then drive up. So right now we're bearish. We're forming the top wick for the weekly. So this could be the pullback for the weekly, the pullback for the monthly. The previous weekly closed with no top wick, no bottom wick. Well, it does have a slight bottom top wick, but it closed with no bottom wick, a slight top wick, and we close right back into the most recent range. So if we're pulling back on the monthly, if we're pulling back, or if on the weekly, oh, we're not pulling back on the weekly, we're just forming a top wick so far. So we're only really pulling back on the monthly. The weekly is driving bullish. Yeah, this is a very weak ass weekly candle. The only retracement on this monthly is today. The only retracement on this monthly is today. So for me to think that this is a retracement is, I'm not super convinced, right? We respected this level here and we started driving up. The monthly closed below the most recent range, but we've respected this level on the daily. And now that we're driving up, closing back into range, we could see some continuation to the upside here. Whoever took buys here from the bottom this morning was nice, but that was a 460 pip move. 460 pip move, dude. Jeez. So let's look at the 4 hour to see what kind of support is actually forming here. So we've actually tried to break below here. We did, and then we closed back into range. Price came down, respected this level, and bounced off. So this is a good indication that we found support, right? This is a good indication that last week we found support here. But we have reached this level here. This level here is very strong. Since this level right here is very strong, it's a level where price has used it as support. It turned it into resistance. Price has wicked off this area in the past. So it's a very strong level. So this could be where we start to slow down forming our top wick for the weekly before we continue down. This is a very strong 4 hour level. This 4 hour closed with barely a top wick. And now this 4 hour is driving up with no bottom wick, creating a top wick for this 4 hour. If we do get a respect of this level up here, because this zone is strong, if we do get a respect of this level here and price starts to break down bearish and we start to get a flip on the 4 hour where it starts to break the lows here, that would be a good money printer play. Possible money printer forming on the 4 hour there. We're also getting it slightly on the 1 hour. We're also getting, yeah, so on the higher time frame, if that does start to form and we start to fake out above here and then start to close back into range, you can start looking at some sells off this level here. This is a very strong level. Yeah, and we're wicking off it pretty decently. If we can get a decent top wick and then a flip bearish, whenever we do flip bearish, I would like to take sells on the way down. And that play is likely your best play. Because what happens, every time that price hits this area, we get a massive push to the downside. So we get a 180 pip push to the downside. Price kind of taps it slowly, a 70 pip push to the downside. We wick off of it, and we get a 140 pip push to the downside, 150 pips before the next pullback. So the fact that we've wicked off of it once, if we do wick off of it again, forming some sort of like a double top, that would be the 4 hour money printer. That would be a double top on the 30-minute. That would be a fake out as well, possibly on the 15-minute if we start to come up, close above, and then break back into range. So we could see something like this tonight, where price drives here, right? And then here it does that, something like that. And then on the break of this low here is where I would take the sell. Once the daily breaks the low, we're starting to form a bottom wick or possibly a sell somewhere up here on the daily flip. So that way, by the time that you get to the bottom of the range, you're already break even. You have 30 pips before the bottom of the range before you go break even, which would be your best entry. So I was bullish in the very early beginnings. We do have a gap here that we haven't filled yet. So because there's a 48% chance of gaps getting filled on the same day, because there's a 48% chance of these day after this form today, we have a high probability of coming down today now, to continue down. So gaps don't get filled technically on the same day 48% of the time. So 52% of the time there's a chance that the day we had a gap, and if you were trying to play the gap play today, you would have been fucked all the way up today. What up, dog? How you doing, brother? Trying to anticipate the gap fill today, that would have screwed you. So if you understand the probability of it and use it to your advantage, so now we know that on the set, a high probability of the gap being filled. So knowing that there is likely a 50-50, that's one confluence I'm using. We have a bottom. We've driven 400 pips already. What's going on here? My fucking there we go. My microphone was glitching out. All right. So since we don't have a... Yeah, my stream was just bugging right now. It's back on. It just bugged out. Yeah, it switched. My webcam glitched out, so it messed up Zoom. Zoom messed up my microphone on OBS, so OBS knocked off this microphone and switched on my camera microphone, but my camera microphone wasn't working because the camera was glitching, so I just had to unplug it and plug it back in, and I guess it worked. So yeah, everything's good. So because our weekly doesn't have a bottom wick, right? Our daily also doesn't have a bottom wick. We start rejecting off this 4-hour area, and we have a gap here filled to the bottom. So number one, we need to come down to make a bottom wick for the weekly. Number two, we need to come down to make a bottom wick for the daily. And number three, we now have a gap that could possibly get filled. So those are three confluences telling me that, all right, we're gonna need to start coming down now, at least to where our bottom wick is for the daily or the weekly, somewhere in that area, close enough to get a bottom wick for a push up. So that we're here at this 4-hour level, key level here, 4-hour level. Price is on its way down. It's making lower lows right now. If we respect this and wick down and start breaking down, respecting these highs here, that would be technically the lower high for a push to the downside. So we did respect this. So that's something you have to be careful about. We faked out and we respected this level, but because we're on such a bearish downtrend on the higher time frame and on the weekly time frame, and we don't have those bottom wicks that we need, we're likely we're in a scenario where looking for sells is likely better. And we're not ranging, we've broken out. We're in this area right now where if we do reject before our next level, we have 240 pips, bro, before our next fucking support, major support here. So we're starting to form a double top here on the 30-minute. If we start to reject and start to come down, I would kind of like a steeper top wick for the daily, because this is trash. But yeah, man, sells is likely what I'm going to be looking into. Because of the fact that we have all this clean range down, we have those bottom wicks that need to be made. If we do start to come up tonight and you do start to get go into some drawdown, I mean, we have a level here that we can grab liquidity off of, and that's pretty much it. We have clean traffic all the way through. So I mean, if the daily starts to come up with no bottom wick, I mean, damn, that's a lot of fucking pips. So that's why I kind of want a steeper top wick and then a fake out back down, maybe to this area here. That would be the safest bet. So if we do start driving bullish today, how can we get some buys? You could probably get some buys if you start closing above this most recent resistance here. You know what I mean? And if you start getting some sort of breakouts, which you are doing here, but give me 1 minute. I was saying that I don't have anybody on Zoom today, so I cut Zoom off to save me a little bit of RAM on the computer. Yo, let's check out Wix. Let's check out Wix 9. Let's check out his new sponsor. $6,200 followers. That's awesome. And he is a top 1 subscriber. Top 1. Where's it at? He didn't post it on here? Or he did? Oh yeah. That's fucking awesome. That is awesome, bro. I don't know if I'm a fan of it being up here, but did you guys comment? Go comment. Get yourself a chance to win a 25K account. Aditya. My dog got flamed and doesn't even know it. Yo. Follow me on IG. I post stupid shit. This is all my trading stuff. But none of that shit matters. We're starting to flip bullish here. So, let's see what kind of accounts they have. For a $5,000 account, your goal is 10%. So your goal is to make 620 bucks. You on vacation, bro? If you on vacation, bro, that's what's up. That is what's up. You gotta enjoy your time, dog. Damn, Tradeovate, when are you gonna accept my fucking deposit, bro? Shit. I'm about to fucking reset a eval just to trade. You know what? Let's open up my paper trading account with $10 million in equity. So, the daily is starting to close above on this 15 minute. We're having a 15-minute closure right now after we closed above this level here. A 15-minute closure after we close above this level, so a pull down and a rebreak of the daily highs is not a bad entry. And we have room to fill here 23 pips before this area. So that's a not bad scalp. A rebreak of the daily lows for 28 pips will likely be the stop loss. How'd you guys do today? Anybody in the competition for the TTE versus ASFX and the other guys competition? And we just gapped up, breaking the daily highs. This is my drive here. Yeah, I love NQ. I haven't traded NQ in a minute though. I haven't traded NQ in a minute. What are we doing here, gold? Let's take a look at NQ and see what it did. So when you're looking at, when you're trading NQ, you have these massive ranges that you're in, right? And when you bounce off levels, you fucking bounce. I mean, check this out. We had this drive here, or this bottom. Price drove. And I like to mark the first support that it made across the pullback. That first support. Bounced, respected, bounced, respected, bounced, respected. Right? This shit respects these levels like crazy. So out of these three levels here, I would get the median level, which would be somewhere here in the middle. And I would be looking for sells off this level. So what happened? Price drove down and rejected this median level and is starting to break down. We closed above this range, 4-hour bullish engulfing, and now we're faking out, closing, or this could have been a fake out, and now we're closing back into range. So price is starting to trickle back into range here. So that's telling me that this is a very, very strong level. Yeah, it is fast as fuck. Dude, so when I was doing the top one challenge, I was trading 0.5s, right? And when you catch 10 pips on a 0.5, that's 50 bucks. So to make 300 bucks, like my daily goal was, I had to catch 60 pips for the day. I traded NQ, and within 17 seconds, I think it was the trade, it drove 60 pips, and I was instantly up 600 bucks or 300 bucks. Instant closure. Instant closure. And the thing is that you have to really test your setups on here, because a lot of the times you're better off letting price jerk around for a little bit before going break even, and then entering, or taking profit. Because, for example, let's say you were trying to short this level here, right? Look at how many times we wicked down before we finally made it to the bottom. 70, before we finally drove 70 pips. It kind of jerks you around a little bit. And if you look at the 1 minute, like, where do we have a money printer that we could have taken? Like right here, if I would have taken a short, you don't really want to go break even. You want to wait for that fucking second test before it comes down. It does that shit. Sometimes you'll come here, you'll take a short here, and then it comes up just a tad bit higher, and then the drop comes. So even though my stop loss was above here or above here, I would have normally closed on that first push down and went break even, got stopped out, left the charts, and then missed this massive move down. So I've been seeing that if I do get stopped out, break even after a drive like this on NQ, to stay on the charts for a little bit, because if you do get a closure back into the range that we created here, price usually dumps after. And that's something that you can take advantage of a lot. Like, you took a short here, price had the first dump, but we rejected, closed back in range, and the next candle was the one that actually dumped. Sometimes you get lucky and you can catch the first pooper. But see, this level, I would consider it strong. We're starting to create lower lows, lower highs. These are the only two higher lows, but we're failing to create a higher high. So price is starting to wedge. Price is starting to get shorter and smaller inside this little area here. So we're due for a breakout any day. Our daily already has a top wick. Our daily already has a bottom wick. Whichever way we flip, that's a decent wick to the upside, a decent wick to the downside. So whichever way we flip, start looking for that direction. If we respect this level here and start coming down, I would take some sells off of this level here, but you gotta be careful. You know, this move right here was at 2 o'clock today, and then we reversed the entire move, and now we're trickling down trying to fill that gap that we created today. So that could be what's going on today. It looks the cleanest on the higher time frame. You just have to be like very wary with what's going on, because you could think one thing is going on and then you'll get stopped out, and then you're like, ah, shit, let me enter the other way, and in reality it just wicks you out to go your way. So you're entering the other way and it's screwing you. Whereas in gold, because of where my stop loss is on gold, by the time that we get there, because gold doesn't move as fast, I can tell, all right, we're already forming the other way, and it looks like we're getting the money printer forming the other way, or it looks like we're getting a higher time frame closure going the other way. This is the hourly bottom wick for the push up. So I'm gonna let my stop loss get hit and then enter sells, because my entry is on the flip of the hourly going bullish, and that's where my stop loss is too. So I would be taking buys here anyways if I wasn't in these sells. I did that the other day and I caught a decent move. It was on gold, I believe. Where was it? It was here. On Friday, I got faked out right here. I took sells here, and then price started driving up against me. I missed the pineapple exit here. We drove, or I took a sell like here or something like that, or here. So I wasn't really in profit. I saw maybe, I was 17 pips in profit. So I think I saw like, yeah, like I saw like 15, 20 pips in profit. And then I got stopped out here, and I took buys the other way, and I caught this whole push to here. Something like that. Or maybe it was something like this. I don't know. I got wicked out, or price drove in my direction off my entry, and I closed in a split second. I forgot where it was. You know, your history's not on here. It deletes it after a day. That's so gay. So we full send tomorrow. So we full send in shorts. $15 no top wick either. Look at those fucking horrible spreads on gold. That's horrible. There's no way that I can trade Forex, bro. I have to stick to futures. If I would have pressed buy there, that's already 20 pips of fuck. That's, nah, bro. Look at that. I would have been up 20 pips on futures. Hell no. Futures is much better than Forex, in my opinion. These Forex spreads are trash. This is a paper trade because my transfer to my account hasn't hit yet, and it's been fucking 2 days. Look, bro, I pressed buy on the flip of this candle here. I missed out on 20 pips. Dude, that shit is whack. Fucking 26-12-50, 26-9-4, 4 pip spreads. Wild, bro. That's wild. Look, the other day I went on a win streak, right? And I had a 2-lot, 9 consecutive wins. It was like 2,000 on the dot. So it was exactly like 11 pips win per trade, right? If I had a 4 pip spread, that would have been 40% of my profit per trade. So I would, instead of making $2,000 in the day, I would have made 1,600. Sorry, 40%. $2,000 minus 40%. That's $800 I would have missed in a fucking day had it been on Forex instead of futures. That's fucked. $800 in a day, and people are like, oh, just account for the spreads. Bro, what if price only drives 10 pips? Or it only drives 15 pips? And I'm accounting for that 4 pip spread trying to hold to 19 pips, and I get fucked. Yeah, I decided to chill out on prop firms. I think that I was going too crazy, and the rules were getting to me. So I decided to fund my live account. So I immediately Friday, I deposited some money into Tradeovate, and then I was gonna deposit more this week, but I have to find out what the fastest method is, because I deposited Friday and I didn't get anything at all on Friday, and I haven't gotten anything at all today. So tomorrow I would have to get it before. I did it Friday morning, so Friday morning to Monday morning should be a full day. Tuesday morning should be the second day. So if it takes like 3 days to transfer money in and out, that's too fucking long. I have to figure out if wiring it is faster, because they gave me the option to use my debit card, so I just did that because it was quick. Yeah, bro, I've been locked in on really refining my edge, and I really do think that that I got it like down pat. It's just these funded rules, bro. On Apex, I was up like 3%, and then I lost 1% in the day, but because of the trailing drawdown, I blew the account. In profit. How am I up 500 pips? I lose 100 pips and it blows the account because of the trailing drawdown. Like, I was up like $2,000, and then they want you to close, and I'm like, bro, that's not what my trade idea says, bro. My trade idea says to hold. So even if I'm up $2,000 and I go down to break even, and now I'm negative 1,000, I'm still risking only 2,000, and it's gonna go up anyways. But they closed me out because that was 4,000 of drawdown. Yo, are you fucking kidding me, bro? The trade went my way, hit TP, and it would have passed the account for the remaining little bit that I needed. But because I took a 2K loss, the next trade went up 2K, down 2K. That was the 6K trailing drawdown. Fucking destroyed. Well, I said the same thing, that I was going to be trading personal capital after the first, but I got pissed off Friday and just deposited a bunch of money. And I'm going to deposit even more money in the next coming weeks. I'm just depositing everything that I get. I'm just gonna start off with a large account and say fuck it. The thing is that in the beginning of 2023 and in the beginning of 2020, the all 2023 and 2024, I was trading on MT5, switching between brokers and brokers, and I would put in $500, and then I would flip the $500 account in like 2 months, and I would take out my $500. I would pay a couple bills, and then I would keep trying to flip the account. I think I blew the account like 2 times, but in total, I took out more than I put in. And then I did the same thing in the beginning of 2023, but I just kept doing it with small amounts. And that's when or beginning of 2024. And that's when I decided to fucking do prop firms. Cause I'm like, oh, if I can flip these small accounts, I can flip prop firm accounts. And that was my whole rabbit hole into prop firms all of this year. And I got up to like 750K in funding. And I just couldn't follow the rules and stay with the rules. So like the rules to get funded are different than when you're actually funded. So they literally switch up the rules and make it harder. I mean, so the only way to do it would be to have 5 accounts, 10 accounts, 20 accounts, and you risk $100 per account. So I'm going to open up a 0.1. I'm going to catch my 30 pips for the day, make $30 off 20 accounts, and that's $600 for the day. This is not a... I don't think you guys should be copying this trade. I don't know if I mentioned it, but... Yeah, I think that prop firms really gave me my edge, really helped me figure out how I wanted to trade, really helped me figure out... It really helped me figure out my edge, bro. I really do think that prop firms helped me figure it out. So because prop firms literally helped me figure it out, there's literally no reason that I can't grow my account. And risking 10%, 5 to 10% of the account, because I'm perfectly willing to risk that, I should be able to flip the account like 10 times over by the end of the year. Well, look, I'm gonna do the math for you. This is why I said that, because I'm thinking that I need all that I was too scared to deposit a shit ton of money. I don't want to touch my savings. Why did I just Google? I don't want to touch my money, bro. I hate trying to touch my money from my savings. But let's say you start off with $1,000 and you're making 1% a day of the account, and you have, I don't know, 90 consecutive winning days. Let's just say you'd have 20 grand. Within 91% days, 1% increment days. And when you're first starting off, you're 1% of your... Oh, that's a $10,000 account. Sorry. You'd have 2,400. So in 90 days, you'd flip your account 3 times. And on your first day, you're only making $10. On your second day, you're only making $20. On your third day, you're only making... you're only making 10 cents a day more. You see what I'm saying? So every day that you take like a 10 pip win off of 0.1, a 10 pip win off of 0.1, you just continue raising your lot size slowly, 0.01, 0.02, and over time, that 1% turns to, it's still only $24 a day, you're 1%, but by the end of it all, you'd make $1,500 profit, triple your account. Let's say you do 1% a day and you do 250 trading days. That's 12 bands. And you're only making 1%. If you're trying to make more, like I'm trying to make like between $30 to $50 a day probably off a $1,000 account. So that's 3%. That's $1 million in 250 days. 90 days of consecutive wins, you'd have 15 grand off of 1,000, doing 3% a day. So all you have to worry about is coming in on $1,000 trade, 0.05. You catch your 3-4 trades for the day, 2-3 trades each session. In total, that should be between $20 and $30, and you do that every day. At the end of the week, you're probably up $100. You raise your lot size now to 0.06, and the next week you go to 0.07, and you continue like that. But what time is it? It's 7:05. I actually have to go to the gym, and I gotta go take my work truck back. So I am actually gonna be gonzo in a few minutes. I gotta. Oh, this is a little plug. If you guys need supplements, I'm sponsored now by HTLT Subs. This is G-Test, so cheaper than everything you'll ever get at Walmart and all that shit. This has ashwagandha, it has vitamin B6, vitamin D3, Fedosia agrestis, it has tonga ali, it has ginger extract, it has palmetto extract, it has black pepper, it has boron in it, it has everything that you get all separate, all put together at the max daily dose. So this is a natural testosterone booster that has tonga ali, it has. Oh, bro, that wasn't a failed deadlift. That was after 3 reps. I only recorded the last of it. That deadlift, I can deadlift 4 plates for like 5 reps. Because I'm all my memes that I've been making where I put in stop loss hit, they've been going viral on my Twitter. Or on my YouTube, so I decided to put me failing a lift, failing the last rep of a lift as a stop loss hit. So I thought it would be funny, but nah, bro. So I can deadlift 4 plates for 3 reps, 4 reps. I got a video somewhere. It's on my Instagram. I can bend over row 2 plates for reps, clean reps. But yeah, bro, so they have different kind of, so I mean, a lot of you probably take tonga ali, ashwagandha. You guys probably take those things, Fedosia agrestis. You probably take those things separately, and they get expensive as fuck. For a bottle of ashwagandha, it's like $15 or $20 for you to be able to take the max dose of 400 milligrams a day. So this bottle was like $40, and there's 90 pills in here, so you can take the half dose at 3 pills, or you can take the full dose at 6. But I usually take the half dose because that's good enough for me. Best tasting protein that I've ever had. They sent me a bunch of free samples so that I can try them out. The one that I'm going to try out now is the Hardcore Stim pre-workout. So the pre-workout that I take now is a high stim, and this one is even higher than the one that I take normally. So I'm going to try this one out. I'm going to try out the orange creamsicle pre-workout. They also sent me some whey protein. The last one that I had was Fruity Pebbles, and that shit was fire. I would get my Walmart pancakes, and I would mix in my protein powder and some crunched up Fruity Pebbles, and that was the best tasting shit I've ever tasted. But yeah, they gave me 3 pre-workouts and some protein to try out. But yeah, bro, G-Test is what I would recommend. This is what I prefer. I like taking testosterone boosters. When you don't sleep well, and or when you work a lot and you're not recovering 100%, it's hard for your body to keep its testosterone levels to its max. So you want to take all the natural supplements that'll help your body's testosterone stay to its max. So tonga ali, ashwagandha, Fedosia agrestis, all those top 3 are like the new natural supplements that actually help out and actually fucking work. I don't like spending my money on workout supplements unless it's some shit that works. You know what I'm saying? The disc is you save like 10% discount on the thing. So what is it like? So basically it gives you free shipping. Unless your order is large enough, then you already get free shipping. Like if you order the stack for like $250, it saves you like $25-30. But it's worth it. Code EddieLifts in the description. I have the website. But it has pretty much everything that you need. But look, bro. Damn, bro, you made me kind of insecure there about my deadlift there, bud. I gotta show off real quick. Check this out, bro. That's 4 plates. I did it once, twice, and the third time I failed. I'm pretty strong, bro. Oh, you can't see the plate amount in the video? Alright. Oop. I bet you'll see it right here. One, 2, 3, 4. Big boy weights. This was recently. I had stopped deadlifting for a while. There's a fucking hole right here that keeps making the weight roll back, so I had to stop and regrip. And then this is the one where I failed, and this is where I took the stop loss hit for the video. I'm pretty strong. Deadlift is my best lift. Damn, I should have left that cell stop here. Are you driving? Oh. Hey, Nate. 2 things that helped me out in the gym is having a pre-workout. When I didn't want to go, I would take my pre-workout and I'm like, fuck. Now I can't sleep unless I go to the gym. I didn't feel like going. I'm like, fuck. I don't want to go. I would take my pre-workout and I'm like, now I have to go. If I don't go to the gym and then hit the sauna after, I'm going to be up the entire fucking night. Hey, yo, look at that crazy slippage. That's why you gotta try out different formulas. So I would suggest for you a non-stimulant pre-workout that just has things in it like glycerol, things that give you a pump, that just help you boost your pump. Or, dude, it depends, bro. Look, this high stim pre-workout has how many milligrams of caffeine you got, buddy? I don't even know, but it says hardcore stim, high stim. What do you have? Beta alanine? Beta alanine makes you itchy, so you don't want beta alanine. Beta alanine It depends. The good kind is the non-itchy kind. So look here on the pre-workout, it'll say in the background beta alanine, and then it has the in parentheses non-itchy, does not make you itch. So like that's why you have to where does it say it? I'll show you where it says it in the back. This is the type of beta alanine that doesn't make you itch, because I hate beta alanine, bro. My other pre-workout doesn't have beta alanine, so I'm about to take some right now. And actually, damn, I don't have a cup here. I was gonna down it with you guys, but I'm gonna hit the gym. See you guys later. Oh, bro, you just asked me a good ass question. Do you advise a massive clean bulk, then a cut? So it depends what your body type is like. It depends what your body type is like, because if you're already, like, let's say you're fat, right? You shouldn't be bulking if you're fat. Like, I have a couple of friends who are fat, and they're like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna go on a clean bulk. And I'm like, you don't clean bulk if you're overweight, bro. You need to lose the fat and then you bulk. So the way that I would clean bulk, the same foods that I eat when I diet, I just eat more of it when I bulk. So I don't eat trash foods. I just eat more of what I normally eat. So if I'm dieting in the morning, I'll have like 2 eggs, some milk, and then a little piece, and then some bread. But when I'm not dieting, I'm gonna have 3 or 4 eggs. I'm gonna have double the cup of milk, and I'm gonna have 3 times the amount of bread. So that's my kind of bulk. That's my clean bulk. If I'm gonna have a cup of rice, 8 ounces of steak, some corn, and a couple pieces of garlic toast, instead I'm gonna have 2 cups of rice. I'm gonna keep the steak, and then I'm just gonna add more bread and more just easy stuff to eat. So I already eat plenty of protein, so when I bulk, I just eat extra carbs, because carbs are easy to digest, they're easy to go down, and you can literally go and make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can go and make yourself like a banana sandwich or something like that. It's healthy stuff. Force feeding isn't good either, yeah. So you want to eat easily digestible stuff. Like for me, it's carbs. I can eat any kind of bread. I can eat rice. I can eat any carb, easy as fuck. So all my my snacks at home are all carbohydrate snacks, except for like my Greek yogurt, my mozzarella sticks, and my eggs. When in the morning, when I have my breakfast, I'm gonna have like 40 grams of protein for breakfast, and just milk, eggs, and cheese. And just those 3, I'll have like 40 grams of protein. I'll have a cup and a half of milk of 12 grams, and then I'll have 2 eggs, that's 14, so we have 24. And then I'll have either 1 stick of cheese for 8 grams of protein, so we're at like 32. And it just depends which cup I use. I have another cup that holds a little bit more milk, where I'll hit that 40. But yeah, bro, maybe I'll put in 4 eggs in the morning. So it just depends on what I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like drinking more or eating more. But all my protein comes from milk, steak, eggs, cheese, Greek yogurt. I rarely eat chicken as much anymore. I prefer like seafood, like salmon, lobster tail. I've been getting a lot of lobster tail like twice a week now at Publix. Now they sell it for like $6.99 for a 4-ounce piece. So that's pretty cheap to eat that a couple times a week. No, it's not too bad, bro. It's like $6 fresh cut. So I bought 2 of them for $15 yesterday, and I had some lobster tail yesterday. So I mean, your lobster tail has like a shit ton of protein. I had lobster and steak yesterday, so I had like, I don't know, like 50 or 60 grams of protein in 1 serving. So that was my bulk. After that, I had my blueberry pie with my Greek yogurt on top. And that's what my dirty bulk is. In total, I had like 700 or 800 calories. In total, yesterday, I had like 4,000 calories. And I didn't have to force feed anything. But yeah, that's it. That's too much talking. I gotta hit the fucking gym. Alright, gang. But yeah, clean bulk. Check your body fat levels. For me, if I'm losing my top 2 abs, then my bulk has gone too far. If I'm losing, and if my stomach is starting to pop out more than my chest, then my bulk has gone too far. Sometimes I take my bulks too far, and I start to get a little sloppy. So doing a clean bulk is probably your best bet. A lot of people like to bulk like slower and not as strong. But I don't know. I prefer to just bulk and gain as much weight as I can for like 6 months, and then hit like a 2 or 3 month slow cut, and then continue the bulk again. So I started working out. I was like 120 pounds, and now I'm 160. So I've been able to put on like 35 pounds, 40 pounds. The highest I've ever been was 175, but I was chubbier there. But yeah, bro, people are like, oh, I want to gain like 30 pounds in a year, bro. I've been training for like a decade, and I've gained like 30 pounds. So everybody's a little bit different. Some people are like 200 something fucking pounds right now at my height, but I'm not that guy. All right, gang. I'll see you guys later.